Greetings, fellow citizens. This is Citizenkong. Well, today I have a diatribe, and it's not directed at those that disagree with me. Actually, I welcome the comments in disagreement. It gives me something to do, helps me sharpen my argument. No, the problem I have is with, well, first of all, I mean, we all have this problem with people that are just plain nasty. That call you an idiot or print, curse words in your commentary. I mean, that's just plain stupid. And then there are those that feel that they're making a good argument, but they don't want to put any work into it. They'll do stuff like, go to this web page and you'll learn all about this. Look at this YouTube video. This will set you straight. Look, YouTube is keeping me busy enough. In fact, it's almost turning into work, but a good kind of work. And for a lazy, shiftless liberal to get us to do anything is just amazing. So I've got this guy, Steve BKNY, and I've received this stuff before too from one of my good conservative friends. And he tends to fall back into this easy way out. And it has to do with the comments I got for the global warming post that I did. And I thought I pretty much spelled it out. I said, this guy, I mean, if you follow my argument, it's kind of like I'm trying to trap you into this thing. It's that you're basically, if you don't believe in it, you're anti-science. If you're quoting science that disagrees with global warming, and you claim to be pro-science, then you have an agenda. And the agenda is not your fellow man, and the agenda is not to save the earth. Okay? And this is a typical one where there's this argument out there that that it has to do with water vapor or some nonsense like that. And I got this long email, and it's about the ice core studies, and I poured through it, and I'm not, I have a amateur interest in science. I was good in science in high school, okay? But it's the math that bogged me down. Otherwise, I probably would have tried to pursue science. And it's the statistics and the numbers and blah, blah, blah. And you pour through this whole thing, and you get to the very bottom, and you have to dig deep. But this is got by a Dr. Fred Singer. Okay, I'll get back to that more later. But I sent a reply to my friend who sent me this email. And by the way, this guy Steve from New York or whatever, he cited the same argument. And I said, look, I'm not going to go watch the YouTube video. Tell me what it's about. Okay, that's what I ask. Do something to pique my curiosity. Show me that I'm not going to go running down a blind alley. All right. Well, with this Dr. Fred Singer thing, he cites all these other scientific studies. And if you go back and you click on the links to where the people that he cited, one of them is NASA, that says that there is a definite link between carbon dioxide levels and the increase in temperature. Okay? When you go and you look at that. And then this other article that he cites, it was printed on Canada.com, and I think it's from some Canadian newspaper. It says that human influence is definitely linked to global warming. And I won't go into all the details. I mean, either you're a believer or non-believer, I guess, is what it's coming down to. They call it ideology. Yeah, there's ideology on both sides, all right? But this guy, Dr. Fred Singer, is linked with Exxon. He's received money from Exxon, and he's also a scientist that has worked for the tobacco companies. Okay? And then I go through all this rigmarole to find this out. So this guy from Steve BKNY, I guess he's Steve BK of New York or something, does the same thing with me. And then he starts going into arguments about, it's going to cost too much money, and and we owe China so much money. Look, I'm not trying to argue with that, but first we're talking about science. You want to argue about the economy, That's another subject, and that's not one of my strong areas. But all I know is that if the global warming alarmists are correct, then it's going to be a hell of a lot more hurtful on our economy if all this stuff comes to fruition. All right? Okay? All right, there, that's done with my diatribe. But the main thing is that if somebody's going to post a comment, please make it an intelligent one. I don't mind if you disagree with me, okay? I've got plenty of conservative friends and conservative people that comment on my videos, and I welcome them. And these guys are great. But then every now and then I get one of these guys that, and then in the end, you know, oh, and this is the same guy that was, I'm winding up now, the same guy that went up, that posted stuff on my Fairness Doctrine post. And you know, it's all over. You know, we have to wait for new administration before the subject even comes up again. So I'm kind of tired about talking about it. But he calls me a Stalinist. And I say, do you even know what, do you even understand who Stalin was or what the definition of Stalinist was? Well, it looks like he copied and pasted something about, you know, the definition of a Stalinist. And when you read the definition, well, I can't find it right here, but what's really funny is that when you read the definition that he sent me, it sounds a lot like George Bush. Ha ha! So, you know, the argument is that the Fairness Doctrine stifles free speech. No, it gives everybody, not the rich corporations, gives everybody a chance to put in their 2 cents worth. Okay? The problem is the right-wingers want to be louder than everybody else. Look, the corporations control the media. The guy sitting in front of the camera might be liberal, but his bosses work for corporations. Don't forget that. The second thing is that right-wing talk radio is right-wing. Oh yeah, Air America was a failure. They keep saying that. Sure, they had bankruptcy promises, but in the end, they're still on the air. So, all right, okay. This is Citizenkong. Hope I didn't bore you too much with this. I feel like I'm repeating myself and I'm beating my head against a wall. This is Citizenkong. Cheers.